Hi all, Kraken Latte here. Welcome back to Dragonflight Alpha. In this one, we're going to look at the interface, the UI, everything here, the HUD, the heads-up display, all that stuff. Because, as you'll notice, the menus, even themselves, are quite different, and I've been very lost trying to figure out where everything is. So, originally, you might remember we had two options before, which was one for interface and one was like system or something. Well, they've been kind of combined into one, and we also have edit mode and macros now. This is all base game. Remember, there are no add-ons on alpha right now, that at least that I have. So, you know, macros opens your macros, which is kind of nice. Edit mode, which we'll look at here after we look at all the other stuff. That's going to let us work with our UI directly, and then of course the menus. So let's look at system, which used to be its own separate part from the rest of this. It's now beautifully all in one nice big, doesn't look like I can move it around, but that's okay, menu here. So they've changed a little bit. We've got let's see, these look to be the same for the most part. It's just been adjusted a little bit. There was one that was different. Yeah, effects. They changed it, I think, from sound. It's just called, it used to be just called sound to effects, because that's more accurate. You can turn loop music off for the regular music now. Here's sound effects, so you can just disable them entirely now. Because they had loop music for pet battle music, but I don't recall if it was for the regular game or not. I don't know. I always had these all on except for dialogue usually. You can still turn off error speech, which is good. You got ambient sounds, which I like. Instead of just calling it ambience, it's ambient sounds. So people that don't know what ambience is might get that. Let's see. And then they have the voice chat stuff in here too, which I never use the voice chat. I don't like the WoW voice chat. But all the stuff for that is here now under audio, which makes a lot more sense. And we got graphics. Pretty much same old here, except it's all in one big screen now instead of, you know, multiple different tabs like it used to be. And I noticed we have contrast and brightness and gamma. I don't think we had that before. If we did, I don't recall. Because that's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. Turn down brightness or and such. That's kind of cool. Whoa. Alright. So I'll definitely have to play with that a little bit. I like having a high contrast, so that's going to be fun. Alright, well anyway, you know, but as far as everything else, it looks like the regular stuff is here. We got ray tracing as well, but I keep that off, which is interesting. It says it's unsupported. I have a very new graphics card. I just got a new computer, but anyway. Similar stuff there, so that's pretty nice. Let's see, languages, that's typical stuff. You can change languages for that. Network. That hasn't changed, it looks like. So now we go over to this new accessibility section that they've separated out from the old interface spot. This part's pretty cool. So this is a move pad. Let me unlock it here. So I can move for some reason with this. Nope, 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 stop. It's really weird. I don't know what you would want that for, but it's there, so that's a thing. You can turn the subtitles on and off for cinematics. That's kind of nice. Let's see, alternate full screen effects. This setting modifies certain full screen effects to help reduce photosensitivity issues. Okay, well, I don't really know what that means, but I'm sure those that have that will be happy for that. Quest text contrast makes the quest. Yeah, I'll definitely turn that on. In fact, I have a couple quests on hand. Let me turn that back off and see if it makes a difference. Can I not open it while here? Okay. Alright, alright. So, there's that. Oh, well, that's nice. Neat. All right, I'm looking at my quests here. Fairly easy to read already. Let's go back to that setting and see if it looks different. No, but maybe it's only in the quest window. Maybe that's what it is. That's okay. Not a big deal. We'll just leave that on. They have a motion sickness section and camera shake and all that now, which is pretty nice. I usually use dynamic cam for my camera stuff and probably will continue to do so, assuming they, update it for Dragonflight when that comes out. I keep trying to call it Dragonlands. I don't know why. It's Dragonlands now. But anyway, so that's kind of nice. You can reduce camera shake. You can change your cursor size. I found this by accident earlier. Look at this chonker. But look, it's all high res. Like look at that hand. That is so cool. I love that they can do that now. I am definitely going to have a much bigger cursor now because my eyeballs, I play on a very big screen and my eyeballs lose my cursor all the time. So having a much bigger cursor is going to be much nicer. Probably that one. Yeah, that one looks good. Now you can change your empowered spell input. Hold and release or press and tap. Not quite sure. Actually, I'm on an evoker right now. I have a charge spell. It's this one. Okay. I think I like press and tap better, actually. Can't do it again for another 20 seconds, but right, as I was playing earlier, hold and release, I had to hold it. And then whenever I released it, it would stop charging. But the press and tap, you hit it, and he charges it, and then you hit it again, and he releases it. I might like that a little more. That's a nice option. Thank you for that, Blizzard. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Colorblind. So if you have colorblindness, you can adjust that here, which is pretty cool. We have text-to-speech options now, so that's neat. All right, now we're into gameplay section. So that's a new, not necessarily a new section, but they've scrambled all this into a better layout, which is kind of nice. So this is raid stuff. I don't really ever mess with any of that, so I leave it on default. Looks like it was also the same controls. Here we go. Let's see, we got sticky targeting. Yes. Auto dismount and flight. I usually like that. Auto cancel away mode. Yep, you can turn that off now. Interesting. Interact on left click. Open loot window at mouse. I don't usually like that. Combine bags into a single backpack. This is the thing that I saw. Watch this. You all recall, here's your bags with no add-ons. To me, this is atrocious. I don't like this. I never have. But now, this is where that setting is. You turn that on, and you open your bags, and it looks very similar to Bagnon, because this is how Bagnon is, which is kind of neat. I'm probably going to continue to use Bagnon, because it's more, just kind of the way I like things. But, oh, they have a junk option. That's kind of nice. Auto cleanup, huh? Oh. Alright. But that's kind of neat, though. And you can see there's a 5th bag slot here. I believe, from what I've heard, that is the reagents only slot bags. They're bringing those back. But we have an actual, separate bag for it. It doesn't have to be a part of the regular 4 bags that you have. Because there are reagent-specific bags in game. But the difference is now we have a designated slot for that in addition to the existing bags, which is super cool. So that'll be handy, I'm sure. So that's that. Very nice, very nice. It looks like the empowered spell thing is here too. That was in a different spot. Yeah, it's in 2 different spots, but that's fine. That's, so you can find it. Mouse. Lock cursor to window. Prevent from leaving the window. I guess that's a good thing if you want that. I don't, because I actually have to play in windowed mode, so I have different things that you can't see going on in the background here. That's good though. Invert mouse. Invert the way the mouse affects camera pitch. Oh. Okay. Yeah, no. I don't like that. But for those that want that, it's there. It's kind of nice. Speed, sensitivity. Oh, here was a thing I found earlier by accident. Click to move. I don't think we have this currently, but we do now. Click to move. Use mouse clicks to move your character to destinations. Only horizontal when moving. Set the camera to stay where placed, except when your character is moving. Only when moving. Set the camera to stay where placed, except when your character is moving. Always adjust camera. Set the camera to always prefer being behind your character, or never adjust camera. We'll do only when moving for now. Oh, look at that! Now he's gonna run his little happy buns all the way over there. Does this work while mounted? It does! Well, that's nice. And you can overwrite it. Now, does it work? No. Okay. I was gonna say, does this work with, like, traveling? Because that's something in, I think it's Black Desert Online? It's been a long time since I've played other MMOs. Haven't really had any reason to lately. But in Black Desert, I think it's BDO, Black Desert Online, you can right-click on your map, and they'll just start traveling over there and follow roads, which is really cool. Because it's like a flight point thing, except you can kind of control where you're going. And so this is like this doesn't do that, but it's just a very point A to point B. But it's nice to see that you can kind of do that a little bit. Oh, I clicked way out there. Hold on, let me get back onto land here. And let's look if, and see. I am not very good at dragon riding, let me tell you. Uh-oh. Come on, let's get some momentum. There we go. Yeah, I'm fine. Uh-oh. 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 I am not a good dragon rider. Wah, wah, wah. Well, that's okay. I wanted to come down here because it was pretty. I didn't expect to have to go anywhere. And down we go. Alright. Well, alright. So, yeah, it looks like I can click way out there, as far as I can frickin' see, and he's just gonna go. So that's interesting. And it doesn't even have to be something I can actually land on. It can just be a wall. That's kind of neat, though. I like that. I like where they're going with this. That's nice. Okay, so while he's moving around, let's look at stuff. So that's cool. Camera. Let's see. Water collision. Let's see. Set the camera to be above water. Auto follow speed. Camera style. That's all pretty much the same. Interface. So this is like names. My name. Critters. This looks all pretty much the same as current, although we have action bars now. This has all been morphed into one, it looks like. Alright, so you can see all your action bars. You can have a whole bunch, which is cool. I am going to go ahead and... yeah, I turned all those on because we're going to mess with those in a minute. Target of target. Well, we have arrived. Okay. Do not flash screen at low health. Scrolling combat text, that's kind of nice. Mouse overcast, that's where you can turn that on. Opacity, auto self-cast. Good, good, good. Lots of good options. Rotate minimap. Yeah, a lot of the same stuff here, so that's good. Social. This is your social stuff. I'm not going to filter mature language. Spam filter. I wonder how... I've never really completely understood how spam filters work. I've always left them off, like, even in add-ons and stuff, just because I don't want to, like, have it accidentally block something I want to see. So I don't really know how that works, but, you know. We don't have a whole lot of spam these days, at least. On my server. Say guild member alert, block trades, online friends, looks all pretty. Display only character achievements to others. Yeah, this looks pretty much the same as it is now. It's just organized better. Okay, that's fine. Auto accept quick join requests. Allows friends and guild members to instantly join your queues without a confirmation. Oh, well, that's kind of nice. I feel like that's new. Yeah. Well, that's nice. All right. And then we have key bindings. And click casting, quick keybind. Oh, this would have been nice. Thank you. Quick keybind mode like LBY does. Thank you. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. I was searching through it the old-fashioned way before when I had to set up my bars off screen. Should have looked at the source. There's auto loot. Why are you in key bindings? I don't like that. That should be in general. I was looking all over for this earlier. It was beginning to irritate me. That's okay. That's okay. Loot key if you want that. Focus cast. I don't really mess with a whole lot of this myself. I usually just kind of like my keybinds and my macros and kind of leave it at that. But if you want to change any specific keybinds or anything, it looks like it's all here. Action bars, PTR specific stuff, movement, multi-action bar, which is like all these extra ones, camera, vehicle controls, target markers. That seems new. It might not be, though. That's cool. Other, nothing another, targeting, miscellaneous, chat. Okay. Lots of keybinds, lots of options for that, so that is good. So, edit mode. This is still UI, so let's look at this, because in fact, let's just exit that for a second and actually look at the UI here. So, you know, ignoring that, because that's there for, you know, PTR reasons. Well, it's not PTR, but you know what I mean. This is alpha. So let's look at the new stuff, because this is new. They've adjusted this. They've cleaned this up. This looks nice. But we'll do that in a second. I need to keep trying to get on land here. Let's get up to land. There we go. Yay! So pretty. Oh, this looks like some big bad deuce. Jaredin magma thrower. It's a 62. Well, I'm 65, but I'm not gonna go mess with him right now. Those look bad. Those look bad. Anyway, so the UI. Get off that. Alright, so first thing I want to point out is our buffs. These are our buffs, and you can toggle them. You can open and close them like a little window, which is really amazing, because if I can fade this out and I don't need an add-on to have it show up on the interface, because right now I use Fanks buffs to show my buffs where I want it. I'm hoping we can move this. If we can't, then I guess I'll go back to Fanks buffs, but this is cool. I like that we can toggle this here, because that was always my complaint, is that you get a lot of buffs on some occasions, and it takes up too much room. It's in the way. But I've noticed we have find herbs, find minerals, and track pets all in there in our buffs, and that is because you can turn this off now. You don't need to open like your tracking to be able to do that. It's just part of your spell book now, which is so much nicer. You can turn these on and off. See, I can click Click those off up there, but I can turn them back on. Just like that, like an actual buff that I'm applying to myself. Which is really nice. I like that. So, that's handy. I like how they did that there. Very cool upgrade. And you can hide it all if you want. And look at the new minimap. So much cleaner. It's not this big old clunky, chunky thing. It's still way too friggin' small for my taste. Way too small. I am blind as a bat and play on a very big monitor. And I don't like it up there. I don't know if we can move it or not, but we'll find out. This looks the same. And remember, this is alpha. This is all subject to change, so they might even do more work on it as far as I know. But we have our bars over here, our bars down here, and look at the art around the bars. Much cleaner. You can see around it and through it. It's not this big old block anymore. Chat looks the same. But this down here are bags, and these icons, these are new. This looks nicer now. So that's pretty cool. So let's look at the edit mode, which lets you move stuff around. And as of course, as it says, layout progress. We have classic, modern. They don't seem to do anything yet, but you can make little presets and you can share your layouts, which is pretty nice for those that want to do that. But look, you move around. You can change. You can change all this. Like, look at this. That's like, ooh, you can make that bigger. That's awesome. You know, like currently you need add-ons to do this. You can't move it around on live, you know, pre Dragonflight. But look at that. That's pretty cool. And you can hide it out of combat. No. Save. Save, new. We'll just call it that. And look at that. It's over there now. That's cool. Of course, this, you know, this is still work in progress, but like that's neat. I can move these around. I can move the whole thing. I can't move this. Can't move my map, and I can't move any of this. Whoop. But I can at least move the bars, and I can play with the bars. So maybe, you know, this is, again, it's alpha. Maybe they'll add more. Show them in combat. Yep. Now, save. Yeah, they disappeared. I can't mouse over them, though, which is kind of a problem for me. I would like mouse over. But that's okay. Like, I'm one who's probably going to stick with my current UI. I've been using it for years. I like it more. But for those that don't want to do add-ons, this is so much better. This is so much nicer. You can move these all over the place, wherever you want. That's pretty nice. Can't move those and can't move this, but you can move the bars and you can play with them a bit. You can make them all ridiculous if you want. Horizontal. Look at that. Look at that. I can make an atrocious monster if I so choose. Always visible. Skadoosh. Bam. Look at that. Very cool. So that seems nice and new and neat. And let's see. This looks the same. The map looks the same. We have... These look the same for now. They might update that. They might not. Spellbook. Spellbook looks the same. Here's the talents. So obviously this has changed, obviously, because we have talent trees now instead of our tic-tac-toe bars. Let's see, talents and such looks the same. We have the quest log we saw. Guild and communities looks the same. Group finder, same. Mounts, pets, toys, looms, mog, all looks the same. Adventure guide. Yeah, that looks the same. Shop, we can't open obviously right now. And then this. So, that looks all pretty good, actually. I'd say, like, obviously they're not done. It's a work in progress for sure. But this is looking pretty good. This is a good step in a more useful direction, I would say, because I have never been a fan of WoW's clunky 90s UI, because, you know, let's be honest, that's kind of what it is. So this is looking good. So, alright. I think that's good on the UI. We went through everything as far as I can tell. Macros are still here, but I like that there's a macro button. I don't recall there being a macro button. If there is, I'm dumb, but it's fine. So, I think that's good for UI. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. As always, remember, it's never too latte.